outside? Should I run and hide? How do I take my company worldwide? Do you love the law? Did you watch Hee-Haw? What's the weirdest thing that you ever saw? What's it like in court? Favorite sport? Can you help with my book report? Is my hair too long? Am I right or wrong? And do you mind if I sing along to anything? Ask Alan anything in the world.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Ask Alan, the podcast. I'm Alan Crone, CEO of the Crone Law Firm, and I have with me today Alex Brasher, who is the Vice President of Business Development for WellMind Health and Wellness. And it's an exciting kind of new concept in mental health treatment. And we're just going to get right into it. Alex, thank you for joining the show.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Well, tell us a little bit about WellMind and how the practice came together and what's your mission.
This has been an idea for a few years. In December of 2021, I had two individuals who are now the CEO and president reach out to me and just ask what my thoughts were about this business concept they have, concierge mental health medicine. And I said, it's a great idea. Wished them good luck and went on my way, and we just connected. And since then we had kind of continued to work together. And then I decided to come on board. It really started with just the need. There was a big need. They saw it in their direct family. I saw it in my family, to have services that are available without 6 to 8 months wait. We wanted to be the people that you could come to and know that you would have an appointment soon after you called, and know that you would have some sort of solution and or treatment plan in place to guarantee that we help you bring you back to health. The in-between before having to ever step up to an acute level of care per se. We wanted to catch those that were in need, but also where we could help control that need and help them live in their best environment.
So what are the services that WellMind provides?
So we do a little bit of everything, I feel like. So we have our evidence-based services, the traditional individual therapy, psychiatric assessments, med management. We do group therapy. We actually have one coming in June for adolescents based around self-esteem. But we also do some of the non-traditional approaches. So we have partnered with another individual here in the city that does IV ketamine. So we offer that. And then we've also brought in Spravato into our office. So our clients can also receive that along with virtual reality therapy. We have a really unique ADHD test. And then we're very veteran focused, veteran heavy, with an intensive outpatient group for veterans only.
So talk a little bit about the concierge model and how it would work for your typical patient.
Sure. So the concierge model came off of just the medical concierge model, and we knew no one around was doing it. And so the goal would be that in the near future that there are options for individuals and families where they can pay a monthly membership fee that would get you the availability, direct contact with your provider, after hours availability, weekend availability. It's for those individuals that need that flexibility, and need those services kind of at their hands and around their schedule. And so we're really excited. We also want to grow and bring on a family nurse practitioner so that we can also help with any medical needs on top of mental health, since co-occurring, they usually go hand in hand at times.
Sure. And do a lot of your patients use the service every month, or is this something that's just kind of there in the background in case they need it? Or how, if someone's thinking about joining, what's the best profile for that person to actually join?
So that would be just to give us a call. It's all going to depend. We do individualized care for everybody. So that's going to depend on the true nature and needs of the individual. We have people that come here now for weekly therapy sessions. And then we have people that come in once a month for just maintenance therapy because they feel like they're at a good spot. So it really goes both ways. Depending on the need, we are able to provide as little or as much as possible that's needed.
So you can customize the membership package, for lack of a better word, to the specific medical needs of the patient?
Absolutely. Yes, we can customize it. And then we continue to bring on new services like yoga therapy. We're bringing in supplements soon. We're a big believer in, the gut brain health and the connection. And so we try to look at each client with an approach of there's other options besides meds. Of course, medication is needed at times, and we're on board with that. But let's look at, while we work on your mental health, let's look at how we can also help with your nutrition, your eating, your diet, your exercise, so that in return, when you're not here, you're able to make sure you're living the best life you possibly can to get to that point of feeling as if you're able to slow down services with us and continue to maintain happily.
Where are you located?
So we are located off of Walnut Grove in Germantown. We are a single building. On the left-hand side, you will see us. I'm very, very proud of our building. It's a beautiful 8,000 square foot building, so we're able to hold everything in-house currently. And anybody that would like to come see, we love to do tours and just introduce individuals. It's a big step. And so we know that calling for an appointment and just making that appointment is not always the most comfortable for people, and they want to come see, they want to have a second to sit down and talk and ask questions. And so we encourage that at any opportunity.
So I think I know the building. Is it on the north side of Walnut Grove, kind of on the other side of Shelby Farms?
Yes, and it is a gated 2-story building. Yes,
I know the building well. Yeah, that's a great space and very conveniently located.
Yes.
Any plans for multiple locations, or is that premature at this point?
No, there are definitely plans for more locations, even outside of Tennessee. We would like to bring this approach and model just to other areas. We truly believe in what we're doing. We wanted this success, and we wanted our clients to feel like we met all of their needs. And so it's really exciting to actually be doing so and seeing that kind of come to fruition. And so we would love to move on to other areas while maintaining this office still.
Do you have a cap on the number of memberships, or how does that work?
So there will be. So we are still playing around with the numbers there because, of course, we want to make sure that our providers can provide what we're saying they're going to provide, which means less number of clientele per provider. So depending again on those needs will help us understand where each provider needs to be at. But yes, we would cap, but we would hope to continue to add services and providers. Our goal again is to never have a wait list that is months long. We want anybody to be able to call and get in with 3 to 5 days, if not sooner.
How do you think this model affects the future of delivery of mental health services?
I think that moving forward, this will be the model people want to move towards. Although mental health is very well needed and there's still a bunch of providers in Memphis that provide it, we're always short still. And so I think that being able to provide what people need and at the convenience that the concierge model will provide, I really think that that's going to be a model that we can move towards, even if it's needing to be met at your office in between meetings for an hour with your therapist in a private location. All of those can come to reality if we just if we're able to be open-minded. And I think that those individuals will really, really benefit. And there's a lot of individuals that are landlocked and can't get out here, and need to and want to. And we're hoping that we can provide that to all of those individuals.
So y'all are completely disengaged from the insurance payment model.
So not currently. So we are insured with a lot of private insurances, because the goal would be that although there's the monthly membership fee, that the services we can charge to an individual's insurance is going through their insurance, so that we're not fully out of pocket, that we're still utilizing it. That's a big thing for people. They really do want to utilize their insurance. And so we're still trying to meet that need. And at this time, we are still taking insurance for all of those programs.
Okay. How does that affect? So that must keep your membership rates pretty low. Yes.
So we try to have a fair rate in regards to the consistency of what people will be receiving. And then from there, it's just looking at their deductible or copay and going based off their insurance. We do have self-pay options. We have a lot of people that come and choose just to self-pay. But we wanted the availability kind of for what everyone seemed to be looking for when they called us.
Do you think there's still hesitancy for folks to avail themselves of mental health therapy? And if so, why do you think that is?
I think there absolutely is still a stigma around mental health. I will say that it seems people are much more comfortable talking about it now, but you do still have those stigmas. We still have individuals that come in and their family members don't know they come because they would not agree with that decision. And so I think that there is still that stigma, but I do think society is doing a really great job at bringing it to light, explaining what it actually is, what it means, what it looks like, and making people more comfortable with feeling and sharing those feelings with others.
Yeah, I think that I don't want to make light of it, but to me, to me, the analogy is I go to a podiatrist once a year, and it's such a great service. And I come out of there feeling like $1 billion. And I always say to my doctor, Doc, I don't understand why there isn't like a 5-hour wait to get in here. And people just don't know how good it is to have a foot checkup. And they take care of your calluses and all kinds of things, but you just come out of there feeling like $100, $1 billion. And it's the same thing with therapy. I mean, once you get involved in it and, kind of surrender to the process, I've been to therapy on a number of occasions. It's really helped me through a lot of tough times. And once you do it, you couldn't keep me away from it when I need it. And so what are y'all doing to kind of increase the awareness of mental health and preventive mental health services?
Sure. So I go to a lot of events and will speak upon different subjects in regards to mental health. We're very active in the school community and trying to not only educate the students, but the family members and parents about the options that are out there, because there are still a lot of people that truly just don't know. And it's very overwhelming and discouraging when you call an office and, it's a 6-month wait and they're like, well, everyone's going to be that way. And so that education piece, we do education even through our social media sites, give tips and give ideas around ways people can reset for the upcoming week, or work through their anxiety or depression, and how to call and make that appointment so that people don't feel lost in that process. We also offer, again, like I said earlier, if somebody's calling and they have a lot of questions or they want more information, we invite them into the office and we talk to them. Because once they're here and they see it versus us just, there's a lot of telling people what things are like. But we all know we get there and it's not like the way it says it is. And so we like people to see that we truly deliver on what we promise, and that when you come in, even if it's not for an appointment, you're going to be treated with the utmost respect. You're going to be acknowledged. You're going to be offered, if you want coffee, if you'd like snacks. We treat everybody the same, and hope that with that meeting, they will see the benefits that will come out of it.
Like a lot of situations, it really takes a strong person to ask for help and to accept help. And so one message I would have with folks is, don't see, one of the stereotypes is that, if you go see a therapist, that means you're weak. I think that means you're strong. I think it means that
Absolutely.
you're taking control of your situation and getting the help that you need. How did you, so you said they called you, they talked to you, and then you ended up going to work. What led you to this particular opportunity?
So I've been in the Memphis community working in different positions. I graduated from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and came down to youth villages for a.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you weren't forced to go to Knoxville.
It was definitely a choice. And
I kid the volunteers.
Of course.
But I'm glad you came to that. Were you from Memphis?
No, so I wasn't. So I actually grew up in California, and my parents had relocated for Nissan when they came out to Brentwood, and brought their whole company that way. And I had only lived in Tennessee for my senior year of high school. But really liked it, visited different college, and there was much different feel about an SEC college versus commuter colleges in California. And so I really enjoyed it, and am glad I did, but knew that I wanted to go into this field. Worked for youth villages, which was a great experience. They provide such great trainings for upcoming leaders in this field, and worked for them and moved up into leadership, got my master's of social work from Union University. And then from there went into the acute hospital. So I was a director of admissions at 2 local acute behavioral health hospitals and loved it. That I would say anybody in this field needs to have an experience there, because you see and learn more there than you ever would anywhere else. And from there, I was just marketing after that for another local company, and they reached out and saw me on LinkedIn and just wanted to ask my opinion, they say.
Well, I'm glad they did. I think you found a good spot with WellMind.
Absolutely.
Well, you've lived in California and Knoxville and Brentwood and now Memphis. How do you find Memphis?
I love it. So yeah, I had full intentions to come to Memphis to do the program through youth villages for a year. And, I think everybody kind of starts there. I'll go for a little bit, and then, I'll find a new adventure. And after 10 years, I was like, there's no new adventure coming. So then, we settled down, started our family, and bought a house. And so I don't see us moving anytime soon. We truly love the Memphis community.
Well, Memphis is great. And one of the reasons it's great is that there are many people here like you that have chosen to serve in your professional life. And I just applaud you for that, because there's nothing wrong with other forms of business or whatever, but folks that commit to making other people's lives better, there's something special about you. And I just want to say on behalf of Memphis, thank you for all you've done for us.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what's the future for WellMind? Where do y'all go from here?
So I think that we are not done adding services to our current location. And once we get to a point where we are full, which won't be too soon, won't be too far away, I do think that growing would be the next adventure, looking at other areas that could really benefit from this service, since it is still a new concept, a new idea. A lot of people haven't taken this chance yet, and we just see so much benefit in it. We want to provide it elsewhere.
So a lot of blue sky. You've got a business model that not a lot of competition for this particular way of delivering services, and
Correct.
so you've got a lot of geographic opportunity, if not market share, here in Memphis.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're always looking for great providers and individuals to join our team. We don't want to just be the best provider in town. We want to be the best place to work. We're big on happy employees create these great services that we serve. So that's a focus. Mental health is just as important as your physical health. And once you're able to get individuals to see that, you're able to really open the doors for people to see what options they have from there.
Absolutely. Well, Alex, I sure have appreciated you coming on the show and sharing all the good news about WellMind, and hopefully we'll look for big things from not just from you, but from the company. Anything you want to leave our listeners with that we haven't talked about?
No, just feel free to reach out, ask those questions. You can ask for me directly. My name is Alex. And I would love to just answer any questions or walk you through our process. If anybody is interested or needs services, we will see anybody from the age of 4 and up. And so we really love to service our children just as much as we do our adult population.
Super. That's great. Well, and we put your contact information and website and so forth on the screen. People can see how to get in touch. If you're not feeling great, if you think you could be happier, if you think you could be less stressful, less anxious, all those things, give these folks a call and see if they can help. I just can't recommend it enough. Thank you, Alex. Thank you to everybody who's watched and listened. If you've enjoyed this, please give us 5 stars, rating, or share the podcast with someone you think might benefit from it. Alex Brasher is going to go help Memphians with their mental health, and I'm going to go get some justice. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Alan.